guys doing today? It's the Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. How you guys doing today? This is Mr. GG broadcasting live again from downtown KCMO, in the shade, in the light, a little bit of everything. Make sure you click the like button as you come in. Click that subscribe button. Your boy's trying to get those subs up. I appreciate it. See the channel going a little bit, so told you guys. What did I tell you? I said, if by chance there's more participation, I'll start going live more. Lesser participation, well, I'll play it by ear. Shit. But click that like button as you come in. Click the subscribe button as you come in. This is the Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. This is my daily, another MGTOW walk and rant. Another solo MGTOW walk and rant. Okay, got a little window. I said I'm gonna go pick up my daughter from school, and then since I'm picking her up from school, I figure I'll holler at y'all real quick. Okay, so today's topic I want to talk about is attention whores. Yes, I want to talk about attention whores. I also want to talk about too people who do 100% opposite of the advice you given them. Yes, I need to talk about that. People who are attention whores. You know, attention whores do not understand the concept of being alone. And I had to master that concept many, many years ago. And it's powerful. It's fascinating when you're alone. When you're dealing with an attention whore, they're always in front of people, always having so many photos, so many goddamn videos, but they just don't understand the concept of being alone. They have to be around hundreds, hell, sometimes thousands of people. And they don't know how to sit their ass down, sit at the house, and just be alone. Okay? I got someone in the chat that came in. He said, "Good morning, brother. Hey, how you doing?" It's not morning here where I'm at. It is afternoon. Maybe where you're at is probably morning. But it's fine. It's cool. Make sure you click that like button as you come in. Click that subscribe button as you come in. Help your boy get up there to that 1,000, you guys. Remember, today's topic is we're going to talk about is attention whores and how they don't understand the concept of being alone versus those who you give 100% some advice to and they do 100% of the opposite. You know, after they've vented to you about their problems, they open up to you, told you, hey, these are my problems, this is what I'm going through, this is what I'm experiencing, what can I do? Or they'll sit back and they'll explain the problem to you and you ask them, hey, well, would you like my insight? Would you like my advice about this, right? Would you like my insight of what I would do? And you know what they'll say? Oh, okay, great, cool, right? And I said, I'll give you this advice, but you're going to have to make the decision whether to take it or not. And you give them an advice and they do 100% the opposite of what you get. That is the most annoying shit on the planet. I know a lot of my viewers on here and a lot of my boys on my channel, you guys have experienced that shit. Where you guys gave some guys some golden advice. Doesn't have to be the best advice in the world. No, it doesn't. But it can be some substantial advice that can help them throughout life, throughout circumstances, shit they may go through, whatever it may be, and this person chooses to do 100% the opposite of that shit. That is the most annoying shit. Oh my fucking God. Let me know inside of the chat, you guys. Have you guys experienced that shit? Have you experienced giving a person some advice, right? They come to you, they vent their problems out to you. You know, you're the ear to hear. You know, you're the great listener. And they tell you about this problem. And soon they tell you about this problem, you say, okay, look, I'm going to give you some advice. Do you want to take the advice? They say, sure, and they do 100% of the opposite of what you are suggesting. You broke it down to them, you gave them the maps, you gave them the blueprints, you gave them every goddamn thing. Hell, you even handed them the tools, and they still did 100% of the opposite, right? It blew up in their face, it fucked up to them, right? And then guess what? In some cases, they'll sit back and, in some cases, not all of them, but in some cases, they'll end up blaming your motherfucking ass. They will blame you. You're the problem now. How are you the problem for something that they didn't take heed of? You know, where in their delusional mind, that's what they believe. Okay? So I want to talk about that, and I want to talk about the attention horse. Let's talk about the attention horse first. Okay? And we know that the majority of people who we see are attention whores are women. Why do you say that? Because of the simple fact that if you notice, the majority of the advertisements cater to women because women spend more money and get more money from men in order for them to get whatever they want. That's why they have to get their attention so they can nag the hell out of their significant other or impress other women. You understand? All right? Most attention whores, right? The reason they don't understand the concept of being alone is because they're afraid of being alone. You understand? All right? They don't understand the fact that, hey, I can just sit down with my car, pull that motherfucker over, sit down and just chill and just think. They don't understand that concept. They don't understand that concept to come home alone and you got that cold beer that's sitting inside that fridge, no roommates, no mother staying with you, no son, no daughter staying with you, right? You got the time to yourself, right? And you can come home to that cold beer. No one touched it. You go in that fridge and crack that motherfucker open and sit down after a hard day's work and fucking relax. That is the most refreshing shit you got. They just don't know. They just don't know, right? They just don't know. I've seen guys who actually had just crowds and crowds of people, man, you know, just all around them, man, you know, guys who like being in the halfway houses, in and out of fucking jail and shit, right? They like that atmosphere full of just dudes just being around. Females coming in and out of the house. Can I get a cigarette? Hey, man, can you give me $1, man? $5 a roll to the store. Just a whole bunch of just fucking attention. But they can't sit down and just be fucking alone. I had ran into a few Filipinas and Colombians right there on TikTok, right there on Facebook, right there on Snapchat. All they do all day long is take pictures of themselves, videos of themselves, right? They're not making any money. They're not bringing any value, just pictures and videos of themselves just to get likes and views. And they serve absolutely 100% no purpose to just have people just look at them. Look at me. Look at all the attention I can get. Just attention. Let me tell you something. Did you guys know that attention is a currency in itself? It is. You guys didn't know that attention is a currency? It is, man. Attention is a big ass fucking currency. Attention is just as value nowadays as fucking money. Because if you're not paying the attention to someone else, guess what? That attention is going somewhere else. That's like money. If the money's not being spent to where it's supposed to be, even with you, me, or someone else, that money's going somewhere else. You see how this shit goes all the way in? You want to test attention whore out? Check this out. What you do is very simple. Take the attention whore and put them in a situation where they really, really want you to be around, and just cut your attention off. Just cut that shit off. Hey, I gotta go out of town. I gotta go somewhere else, man. Whatever, man. Or listen, I got somewhere to do. I can't hang out, whatever, right? You know, and let it be a legitimate reason, right? And then what you do with the attention whore is just watch them from afar. That motherfucker go nuts. They will. Where the hell you been at? Where you going? Man, I just went around the corner to the store, man. Grown men, I've seen this shit. Females, yeah. They cannot stand being alone. They can't. I've talked to guys, and we do this shit here in the Matrix too, but I talked to passport bros, and they were talking about how they're on dates like in like Brazil and like the Philippines and shit. And while they're on this date with this, 20-year-old or 30-year-old chick. Click the like button as you come in. Click the subscribe button as you come in. And The whole time when they begin the date, the woman is on her phone, taking photos, text messaging, right? Messaging this person, right? And it's like, well, what the fuck are you doing on this goddamn date? You understand? And so, I give them one warning. They get only one warning. And the warning starts like this, at the very beginning of the date, the very beginning of the encounter. If by chance you are on your phone, right, one time, right, I will quit the date, I will walk out of the door, and we're done. All right? Now, they can hit me with, well, what if there's an emergency and all this other shit? There's no emergency. We're making the time out together to be with each other, okay? All right? It's either I be with you, you be with me, and that's it, okay? Fuck the emergency. The emergency can wait, okay? All right? But my people's gonna need me, and no. You're just using that as an excuse. If you believe you need to be on your phone more than a goddamn date, you're pretty much here to waste my time. And I don't believe in having my time wasted. You understand? And so, the passport bros are smart enough to, cut that shit off and be done with it and end it, That's it, And she can go on a date with her phone. She could go on a date with the internet, Let that be her man. Let that be her savior. Let that provide her the attention she needs. That's what attention whores do. They waste other people's attention that's putting on them to soak up other attention somewhere else. But let one person out of all the attention that they're getting not pay them attention, and they're pretty pissed off. Like, it's really fucking sad. It's really sad, man. But that's just how they operate, Me, I'm an introverted guy. I'm very, very introverted. But I'm extroverted to a certain level. Like, here I'm on YouTube. I'm making these live streams and shit, right? But when I get off here, yeah, I like my alone time, right? I like my alone time. Even my daughter, I raised my daughter. I'm a single father, yes, but I like my alone time, okay? I don't like loud ass kids. I don't like loud noises. I don't like screaming and hollering and all that other shit. I'm downtown right now. You see this noise. You hear this noise in the background. Is this something I gotta fucking deal with? Is this something that I like and love? No. I don't do it. You understand? That's why if I decided to entertain like a single mother overseas or some shit like that, right? You know what I would do? I always lay it down to her. I don't like loud ass kids. No, I don't like the screaming. I don't like the fucking hollering, right? If by chance I get around your loud ass kids, I'm out the door, right? Now, by default, by definition, I'm still going to go ahead and entertain a woman without kids, right? And can't have kids. That's my default. So that's my go-to. But by chance, though, right, dealing with like loud ass kids and shit like that, right? And then constant family members just always in my fucking face, I can't deal with it. I can't, And so when I meet like people overseas, like, let's say in Brazil, right? Because I talk to Brazilian women too and Colombian women. Some cases they'll have like a house full of just people, right? Even Filipinos, house full of people, right? They call me up and I meet them like on a dating site or whatever. And they'll say, yeah, we can talk on the phone. I get them on the phone. They got this big ass mirage of just fucking people out there, man. Loud as fuck. And it's like, there's no concept of turning the fucking volume down. And I'm sitting up here like, why would you call me up knowing there's all these damn people in the background? It's just loud. Well, I just thought I was call you. I was just excited or whatever, right? Can you go somewhere? No, I like to be close to my family and shit. Well, anyway, this ain't gonna work. You see where I'm going with this? The attention whore, right? They're so closely knit to like family and all those other people, they don't understand the concept of just being alone or going somewhere where it's silent or quiet. They don't understand that shit. You see where I'm at? And I want you guys too to kind of understand that. Click that like button as you come in. Click the subscribe button as you come in. All right? This is the Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. We're talking about attention whoring and people you give 100% advice to, and these people turn around and do 100% of the fucking opposite. You understand? It's just how it is. All right? But yeah, but the attention whore, man, you know, they haven't mastered the fact of being alone. And I want you guys, and I want to encourage you guys too. Make sure you take time out for yourself to be alone. All right? You don't always have to be around constant people, constant internet, constant photos, constant shit. You understand? You don't have to. You understand? And you know, a lot of people believe that they have to just always be around people. No, you don't, man. You don't always have to be around people. Damn, why is there a glare on here? Anyway, you don't have to always be around constant people, constant gratification. Oh, the glare's gone. Cool. You don't have to be around constant people, constant gratification. You just don't have to. You only do that because you want to, man, but you don't have to, man. Trust me, if you master the fact of just taking your ass home, you know, and making sure motherfuckers don't always pop over out of the damn blue and shit like that, you know, just constant crowds of motherfuckers, trust me, man, it'll do yourself a lot of justice. I'm telling you, man, for real, straight up. If you like a 1099 contractor, if you're like a writer or a journalist, man, you can get a lot of shit done by just simply being alone. But I cannot be like around a shitload of just crowds of motherfuckers and shit, man. I just can't do it. You understand? Crowds and crowds of people, you know. I don't know. I can't do it. You understand? I can't. Maybe you guys can. You guys like that. Now, let me tell you this. I do like my small crowds of people. Small crowd of me is like, you know, roughly like under 15 people. That's fine. Right? But when there's like thousands of motherfuckers and shit, I don't know. You know, I just don't like it, you know. And that's just how I roll. That's just how I operate, okay? I got somebody else in the chat named T. Tooks. Salute, Mr. GG. Hey, what's going on with you, T? How you doing today, man? Hope all goes well with you. Make sure you click that like button. Click the subscribe button as you come in. All right? But yeah, we're talking about attention whores and also people giving them 100% advice, and they do the opposite. They do. I've told people many times, you know, like different types of things. I even posted in the chat just the other day. I told people to go ahead and make sure you get what we call international insurance. Yes, international global insurance, okay? And I've already assumed that a lot of people, they're not going to take that fucking advice. They won't, you know, they probably won't. What they'll do is they'll listen to it, and then they'll say, okay, that sounds cool. They'll keep their ass overseas. They'll keep their ass somewhere else. And what the fuck you think's gonna happen? They're gonna get sick. They're gonna get really sick and assume they're just gonna ride it out. And then they're gonna think back to this video once shit gets really, really bad. And they're gonna say to themselves, man, I should have listened to that motherfucker. Yeah, man. People do the opposite, man. People do the fucking opposite. You know, I had a guy that I gave him some medical advice, like he wanted to and I always, you know, look for side hustles too, man. Guy wanted to go to the plasma center. My partner passed away. R.I.P. to him. He was an example of it. Told him to go to the plasma center. He wanted to make a few dollars. He went to the plasma center. I told him, if you go in there, you have a choice to take some aspirin or a beer or something, man, or whatever, man, to make that blood thin out a little bit, right? And what the fuck this idiot did? I told him, get a beer, a small beer. You'll be fine, right? Or some aspirin. You'll be fine. This son of a bitch went to the fucking plasma center fucked up. Smelled like strong alcohol, man. I didn't say get fucked up. I said have a quick beer. Win that motherfucker. Him and another guy and shit. And they didn't take the aspirin. They went for the alcohol. Got deferred. They kicked him out, that motherfucker. It's your fault. I said, motherfucker, I didn't tell you to go fucked up, motherfucker. Just drink a quick beer. You know, a little small beer. Bud Light, you know, some shit like that, man. Budweiser, Modelo, just a quick beer. Shit. You know, make that blood go faster, you know. Drink some water, whatever. I give them instructions and shit, little techniques and shit. But, you know, that was a motherfucker that told us the opposite. All right? I told the motherfucker, man, about car repairs and shit, man. I told the motherfucker, I said, I don't go on Hold on real quick. We got motherfuckers up here bumping music. But yeah. But anyway, like I said, I told a motherfucker about car repair. I told him, man, they asked me, man, damn, why do you get all your parts so dirt cheap? Where you get them from with a good ass warranty, right? I told the motherfucker, I said, I go to eBay. I go to ebay.com. I purchase all of my motherfucking car parts off there, man. I get alternators, I get battery starters and all types of shit on there, right, on eBay. Because most of the vendors on there, they provide lifetime warranties. But if I go to like Advanced Auto Parts, AutoZone, O'Reilly, or Napa or some shit like that, they're going to provide limited lifetime warranty. Remember, there's difference. There's unlimited lifetime warranty and there's limited lifetime warranty, okay? Remember that shit, okay? What the hell you think happened? So I go ahead and I showed them the warranty, showed them what I did. I even told them how to expedite the shipping and things like that, because one thing I like about eBay is a particular seller, they have the power to include expedited shipping inside of the price, where, you know, if you got something from Amazon or some shit like that, you got to pay a monthly fee or whatever, right? And then in most cases, you got to pay for extra shipping, all right? Cool? All right, eBay, there's no fucking monthly fee, there's no membership, man. You just buy the shit and that's it. And so, told the person to do that shit, right? I got like fucking like an alternator on there for like $50. I got some all types of shit, man. I got spark plugs. Like if I'd have went to like Napa or O'Reilly or some shit, right? All the parts are damn near the same, man. That would have spent like $319. Went on eBay, right? Got the same ones, right, for like $29.99 and shit. Lifetime warranty with free expedited shipping. Expedited shipping, in my definition, is anywhere between 2 days to 4 days. That's pretty quick. They'll estimate it 2 to 4 days, but I've seen that shipping come in like 2 days, man, 3 days, depending on where's it coming from. If it's coming from usually the United States or Canada, you understand? You know, I try to stay away from buying something from China unless I need to buy something that is an emergency. And if it is, then hey, I gotta wait the 14 days for that shit to come. All right. So one thing led to another. What do you think happened? The same person who had bills due, instead of taking my advice or whatever, right, going my way, right, he could have waited a few days for that shit to come. Oh no, he went over there to fucking O'Reilly, right? Spent like $300 and something odd dollars on a fucking battery and bought a fucking goddamn alternator for like $160 and shit. And then after that, he asked me, well, why don't you put this battery, want this shit on? I'm like, where'd you get it from? Man, I needed that shit right here. I needed that shit right now or whatever, man. And I said, I don't have no problem with it or whatever, but why the fuck did you waste my time if you wanted to do, if you already had it in your mind? Because he already had it in his mind to go ahead and do that or whatever, right? I don't know. But can you put this shit on for me and shit, right? And I said, man, nah, because if I put that shit on, man, yeah, you're going to do the opposite of what I suggest again. You know, I don't have the patience for motherfuckers that want to do the opposite of the advice that I give them, you know, because if I install the part, give them some advice or whatever it may be of what to do, what not to do, even after I install it to help the efficiency on this vehicle, what the fuck do you think he's going to do? He's going to do the opposite. I don't have time for people that I give advice to that does the opposite, 100% of the opposite of what I gave them, you know. I had another person. All right, this person had phone issues where the phone would always fucking not charge. Right, it would not hold charge or run fast out of battery, and they had over 256 gigs of memory. I told that person clearly, right? You know, right? Because they were downloading just so many damn pictures and photos, right? And I told this person, man, just fucking goddamn get rid of the photos. Get rid of some of the photos. Go through your photos, get rid of them. Go some of your videos, get rid of them. They argued with me. No, but that's the kids' photos, my family's photos, my photos, all this other shit, right? Videos and all this shit. So you got to look at every single one of those motherfuckers. You kidding me? Well, yeah, whatever. So then I told that motherfucker, all right, you got a couple options. One, I would go ahead and buy what we call a external hard drive, where I would plug the external hard drive up to my laptop along with my phone and just simply go ahead and move everything to the external hard drive. You want to get like a 10 terabyte, right? And if you move everything there, right, there's a high probability you'll be able to get access to everything else on a cloud or your fucking external hard drive. Because I also gave them the solution that they can go ahead and download that shit on the cloud, you know, instead of like going to Google or going to fucking like Microsoft or Amazon and shit and paying those fucking monthly and yearly fees for all that shit, man. You just pay a one-time fee for 10 terabytes and shit, and you're good to go. You know, 10 terabytes, you can download several hours of some shit on it, right? And this person said, oh, okay, I'll do it. Didn't do it. They just went ahead and just kept the phone and just kept complaining, and they kept coming to me about the problem. You know, I do not, and I repeat, have the patience for shit like that. You guys might have patience for that shit, but I don't, man. I don't, man. You know, for real. I tell people, man, you look, if you want my advice and my input, man, take the shit and do it, man. But don't waste my time for me breaking down how to do it, where to get the resources, or whatever, just for you to do 100% of the opposite. I just don't like it, okay? Somebody else in the chat named M.E., and then they retracted their statement. I don't know who the fuck that is. Make sure you guys click that like button, click the subscribe button as you come in, okay? I got another situation when it comes to, I had a cousin of mine, okay? Now, again, you know, remember on this channel, I tell you guys, you know, how to avoid, you know, child support, how to get child custody, and how to avoid also, you know, dealing with situations that involves, you know, marriage and divorce, right? Okay? I had a cousin of mine. I'll never forget this shit. Never forget this motherfucker, okay? He was pissed off at me and a partner of mine, okay? So he got with a single mother here in the States, here in the Matrix. So when he got with the single mother, right, she came into the relationship with two kids, okay? And when she came in a relationship with the two kids, right? All right, and I apologize about the noise, you guys. But she came in a relationship with two kids, and he came in a relationship with no kids, okay? He went and fucked her, had one kid, right? He even went and married her, but I did give him an advice, and I said, before you marry her, don't you want to get a prenuptial agreement? Don't you want to get a prenup, okay? And when I asked him, does he want to get a prenup, what the fuck you think he said? Oh no, we're gonna be married together. We don't need that shit. Everything is fine, right? Okay, and this is a black couple, you guys. This is a black couple. This is here in Kansas City, here in the Matrix, okay? All right, what the fuck you think it happened? And M.E. says, M.M. was here, give me advice. Okay, I remember you. How you doing? Anyway, yeah, I know exactly who you are, okay? But anyway, so one thing led to another, right? Remember, he didn't get the prenuptial agreement. So they stayed together, right? And it's always best before you get married, get a prenuptial agreement, you guys. If the bitch doesn't want to sign it, don't marry the bitch. It's just that simple, okay? All right, bring it to her attention. I'd like to marry you, but I got to have a prenup, okay? Ironclad prenup, right? And if you offer to pay for it, that's fine. You know, just eat up the cost. It'll save you thousands, hell, millions down the road. You know, most prenups are about $2-3 grand, okay? Get a good one, okay? All right, because I know millionaires who did not spend that money and they got hit for millions of dollars. I've fucking seen this shit, okay? All right, M.E.'s in the chat. M.E., why the fuck you keep retracting the message? I don't know why you do it. But anyway, so what ended up happening was, it was like maybe 2 years later, he went through divorce. And she filed for divorce. And I said, why? Man, I'm tired of that bitch. Fuck her, man. She gonna do her own thing. I'm gonna do her own thing. I said, well, what did she do? She went and she ended up fucking one of his cousins. I said, oh shit, right? And she filed divorce on him. So I said, okay, this is the advice number 2. He said, I need an attorney. I gave him my attorney, and I said, call this lady up, right? Remember, I always get female attorneys in family law, right, and divorce law. So I said, call her up. Here's her email. Here's her phone number. Also, should take all 3. Just text messenger. Tell her Mr. Gigi referred you. This is my cousin. He said, okay, cool. I see him 3 months later. Hey, do you got that lawyer's number? I said, I gave the information to you. I know I lost it. Gave him the phone number again. Told him what happened. Okay, I got you. Are you sure you're going to do this? All right, cool. 6 months later, man, it's almost time for a divorce. He hit me up in public. Hey, man, do you got the attorney's phone number? I said, dude, I gave it to you twice. Nigga, twice. Twice. Why do you keep losing it? Man, I don't know. I called this other attorney and everything. And why are you calling other attorneys when I gave you the phone numbers and your divorce is coming up? Man, I don't know. I just wasn't thinking this shit. This is the third time. I gave him that phone number or whatever. I told him this time, I'm going to send it to your email. I also gave him a couple other family law attorneys just in case as great sources, right? Because he's struggling to find an attorney. It's crunch time, okay? And then soon enough, right, court date came. I asked him and I said, did you call up the family law attorney? Did you call the family law attorney? I asked him. You know what he said, you guys? I swear to God, this is what he said. No, man, I'm cool. I got my paperwork. I'm cool, man. I said, what the fuck you mean you cool? Don't your kid's mom got an attorney? Yeah, she got her attorney, but as long as I got my paperwork, I'm cool, right? Okay? And mind you, he had a kid with her too, man. Ooh. Come on, she got a cash attorney. And anybody knows in the States, right? Cash is king. And when you got a cash attorney versus an attorney, right? That person doesn't have an attorney, she about to eat that ass up. And she's the petitioner. She's not the defendant, she's the petitioner. What the fuck you think happened? He went to court. The judge asked him right off the gate, sir, this is family law, y'all, right? When it comes to family law, that deals with child custody, divorce, guardianship, DNA test, paternity testing, all that shit, man, okay? All right, cool. It also deals with children getting taken by the state, all right? Click the like button as you come in. Click the subscribe button. I appreciate it, all right? Likes are free. I appreciate it, man. Help me get the likes up. Help me get the subscribes up. All right, click on the subscribe all button. What the fuck you think happened? Judge told him, where's your attorney? And he said, I don't have an attorney. I got my paperwork. And the judge said, come here, let me see your paperwork. He brought his paperwork up there. The judge said, I'm about to give her everything she wants, man, right now. Are you sure you don't have an attorney? But, sir, I don't. Judge pushed all this paperwork to the side, just glimpsed at his paperwork, took that mallet, boom! Child support for his kid, child support for her other two kids, since the kids, by law, seen him as father. Also, he had to pay alimony, right? And the child support. And also, too, he got supervised visits by his own son. And he can only see his kid every other weekend and half a day on the Wednesday. Supervised fucking visits, man. He left out of that courtroom sad, in tears and shit. And, people talk, man. I heard about this shit or whatever, right? Other side of the family told me about what happened. So I said, well, hey, did you talk to so-and-so, right? I asked him, did you talk to the guy? And they was like, yeah, man, and they told me the story, what happened and shit, man. And so one of my buddies, I talked to him. He was like more our mutual buddy. My cousin, I asked, man, this is his name, Gage. I asked Gage. I said, Gage, you talked to his ass? Gage sat up here and said, yeah, I talked to that motherfucker, man. He said, I gave that nigga some attorneys and all that shit, because I went through that shit too. Which he did. He went through that shit too. And he won in his divorce, and Gage has some really good sources of attorneys and shit. Real good sources. I don't know what it is, but he just keep winning and shit, man. Whoop that ass. Got custody of his little daughters and shit. I think he got 2 daughters and shit. Yeah, he won. And he won. But after he won or whatever, right, he gave him all of his sources, didn't listen to him. And then I confronted him about about a couple months later after that shit. I said, man, so how come you didn't contact my attorney? Man, fuck you and fuck Gage and shit. Y'all some bitch ass niggas and fuck y'all. And shit, y'all make me say, I said, why are you pissed off at us? Shit, we gave you the information. Man, it's all good, man. Y'all make me say I should fuck y'all up for that shit. You see what the problem is, y'all? This is an example of somebody who decided to do the opposite of everything that we suggested. Did the opposite of everything we suggested Once he did the opposite, guess what the fuck happened? He got the outcomes he didn't expect. What was the outcomes he didn't expect? He lost his case. He got hit for alimony. Got hit for child support. That woman filed first. I tell and I recommend to the man on his channel, if you're going to go ahead and go to divorce court, right, you file first. Get your attorney first. File first. You want to file before that bitch does. Child custody, same thing, right? Modification of child support or avoiding child support, file first. Make sure you got your court order first. Women file first all the damn time. All the time, right? Because they know damn well 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 11, the guy's gonna be stupid enough to not go ahead and do a damn thing. I heard guys always in fucking divorce court, they doing dumbass shit. You know, this woman says she want a divorce. I'm like, dude, why don't you go get an attorney, man? Go ahead and file before. No, I'm just gonna wait for her. What type of excuse is that? I'm just gonna wait for her. I'm gonna wait for her to do shit. That is the most stupidest decision ever. A lot of dudes do that shit. I'm just gonna wait for her. Why? What are you waiting for? Right? That's just like you saying I'm looking to bend over and waiting for her to stick it in. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Stop that dumb shit. Dudes are stupid out here, man. They make all types of dumbass decisions, man. For real. Dumb as fuck. And then I had, you know, so many guys. I even got cousins of mine, and I'm not tooting my own horn. But I'm picking my daughter up from school now. Still not getting hit for child support, right? Never been married. And when they see me, I'm hugging my daughter and everything. I'm spending time with my kid. I go around my other partners, and there's almost 10, 12 of these guys in the hood getting hit for child support, right? And I sat back and I gave these guys, man, right, a lot of my boys I hung out with, they in the hood, man. And I gave these guys my lawyer's information, my attorney's information, all that shit, man, for real. Come here, baby. Give me a hug. All right, yeah, that's my daughter right here. But anyway, I gave them my attorney's information. I gave them alternate attorney's information. I gave them counselors. I gave them all types of shit. And guess what the fuck happened, you guys? Guess what happened? They did nothing. All of them getting hit for child support. They getting pissed off at me every time they see me with my kid because these guys decided to do 100% of the opposite of the advice I gave them. Opposite, man. Stop doing the fucking opposite of this shit, man. Stop that shit, man. For real. If you want opposite results, man, don't get pissed off, man, when people give you the right advice, man. Shit. How the hell you get pissed off because you get opposite results? You understand? Baby, you ready? Mm-hmm. Let's get ready to go. Come on. You have a good day at school?
Yeah.
All right, I'm live on YouTube. All right, you keep on. You can go ahead and walk with me, okay? All right, you sure you had a good day?
I'm sure.
All right, cool. You see what I'm saying? Right there? That's results. I don't fuck around on this shit, man, for real. Make sure you guys go get custody of your kids, man. I'm telling you. Go get custody of your kids, spend time with your kids. I'm not bullshitting, man. Do whatever you got to spend time with your kid. I'm not bullshitting. But like I said, man, you know, a lot of guys, man, they do the opposite, man. They do the opposite, man, and they get pissed off when they get opposite results, you know. Just because your dumb ass gonna get opposite results, don't get pissed off when somebody else is getting better results because you chose to do the opposite. But I believe that, I think that's like a psychological problem in itself, you know, when a person does that shit, you know. I think it's like defiant disorder, some shit like that, when a person does 100% the opposite of the advice they gave, you know. I was listening to some of the expats giving advice to some of the younger guys, some of the younger travelers. They didn't proclaim themselves of being passport bros, no. But some of the younger travelers, they came out there to like the Philippines, Thailand, or Brazil, or whatever, in Colombia, and these guys wouldn't take the advice. No, they wouldn't take the advice, man. They're doing 100% of the fucking goddamn opposite. When guys tell you stay the fuck away from this bitch and she's a red flag, and you're complaining about this bitch, and then the guy says stay the fuck away from her in that particular country, and you're complaining about her, you can't get pissed off and shit when you get the opposite results, and you decide to stay with the bitch. Get rid of her. Go. Be gone. You understand? A lot of guys do that opposite shit. I just don't understand it. I got one more example I'm gonna give you guys too, okay? I got another guy, man. You know, I've been in flipping and wholesaling real estate for a while. Young man. I told him, man, I made it clear. I told him, man, there's these signs out here called bandit signs, right? I told him about the bandit signs. I told him I made it clear. I said, you take the bandit signs. I said, make sure you got a local phone number on there. And there's certain times at night and days you got to put it up there. He said, okay. So I gave him that information. What the fuck you think he did? That motherfucker took the signs, put an out-of-state phone number on there, right? Put the signs up during the day, right? And then did like the standard we buy houses and the phone number. And then he looked up 2-3 weeks later after putting up, let's say 100 of them, right? I told him to put up 200. He put up 100. I don't know why people are not calling me or whatever, right? And I said, let me see how your sign look. We drove by a couple of signs and shit, and yeah, the motherfucker didn't go ahead and put them up correctly. You understand? These are people who always do the opposite, you guys. And like I said, man, don't get mad at these people. Listen, these people can't get mad at you for giving the advice that you're giving them. They can't get mad, man. They can only be mad at themselves because they decided to do the opposite, you know? And me personally, like I said, I lose patience with people who just do the opposite, you know, for real. I do. They do the opposite, get opposite results, and they get pissed off at you because you gave them the right advice and they decided to do the opposite. They decided to go another direction with things. They decided to do what they wanted to do instead of what they were supposed to do. You understand? So a lot of that shit goes on. You understand? You know, a lot of it goes on, you guys. You know, so make sure you guys click that like button as you come in. Click the subscribe button too. This is the Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. I'm about to go ahead and log off here. I thought I'd share this information with you guys, get on a quick live about it. Just talking about, you know, people who are attention whores. And then people do, you know, 100% of the opposite, man. Because a lot of people do that dumb shit, man. 100% of the opposite of what you give them as far as advice. And then they get pissed off at you because they didn't take the advice. And then they got what I call the opposite outcomes of what they were expecting to get. You know, opposite outcomes. It's fucked up. It's a damn shame, you guys. Okay? Cool. So anyways, though, hope all goes good for you guys. You guys take it easy. Take your daily dose of red pills and make sure to take care of yourselves and each other, man. All right? Until then, I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.